Hey guys, in this video we are going to learn about the Google Calendar ID and the Google Calendar Event ID. So what do I mean by that? Anytime you'll be working on automations, right, different UI path automation or any other software, mostly there you would find a requirement of knowing the calendar ID and the event ID. Event means, let's say I have created a meeting. What is the ID of this event? So how do you really find that? I'm going to explain you. So first thing, let's say I am on my Google Calendar. Now from this Google Calendar, where do I find my calendar ID? For that, whatever your calendar name is, so here the name of the user is test, it's a test account. So here all you have to do, find this three dots, click on it and click on settings and sharing. Okay, simple, settings and sharing. And once you are here, go to something called access permission for events. Access permission for events. So here if you scroll down, here you find something called integrate calendar, and there you find calendar ID, which is, this is my ID, this is the calendar ID. Getting it? Likewise on your calendar, please have a check where exactly that ID is available. Just follow the locations where I just now informed you and showed you. Come here and there you will be able to find the calendar ID. Now how do you find the event ID? Okay, for example, let me do one thing. Let me delete this. So right now my calendar is entirely blank. What I'm trying to do, I will go to my UiPath Studio and using the API automation, I am trying to create a calendar event. As soon as the calendar event is created, I should be able to find the event ID. So how that can be done? There are two different ways. Okay, one is while creating the calendar event, you get the calendar ID, the event ID, or else while trying to search for what are the different events are there, and from there you can also there are two different ways I'm going to show you. Right now we will focus on the first one. Okay, so the first one is I have to go for to create the event. I will go to integrations and I will go to create event. Okay, prior to this disclaimer, anyone who is very new, you must watch how do you set up this G Suite application scope API setup. I have a video on my channel. Please do have a look onto that and then continue to this video. So because I have explained it thoroughly in that video. So here our goal is to get the event ID. So let's stick to the goal. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a event. Okay, for that I will, let me enter a title called test, and then let me enter a time. You can also do this through the properties. So I'm going to select the start time and I'm going to say, let's say 14 means 2 p.m. okay, 2 p.m. should be a meeting and it should end. Start time and the end time should be, let's say 14:30. Okay, so automatically it will get the date. If you would like to change the date, you can always do that. Let's say I would like to change it to 28th, so put it to 28th, start time and 28th, which is tomorrow. Okay, so done. So just by writing this is automatically going to create an event. Now look at this, the property of this create event activity. This is important. The property of the create event activity, where there is the output called event ID. What is the output? The output is called event ID. So let's create a variable over here, event ID. Can create your own variable, and then just to see how that event ID looks like, I can use a message box or a log message, whatever you like. Really, message box. Okay, so message box, and then here I'm going to say event ID. So what this is going to do, once the event is created with the name test, so right now in my calendar it is entirely blank. So on 28th is going to create an event at 2 p.m. right? So where is the 2 p.m? 2 p.m. So here it's supposed to create an event 2 p.m. to 2:30. So once it creates an event, once the event is created through the API automation, it's going to fetch the ID of that event. So let me show you how this one is working. First of all, let me quickly run this. and how many people can do it? Okay, just let me know, because I'm continue to create on content, but you should reply to me saying, okay, you are doing that, so that I get to know that it's really helping you guys. Okay, so the automation has started. Let's see. So continue to learn any new topic every day. At least spend some 1 to 2 hours. Open your phone. Now YouTube is available over the phone. Open the phone and open few videos. Okay, now you can see the event ID has been shown. Okay, let me just minimize everything. So you can see the event ID has appeared for the event. For which event? If I go back to my calendar, you see test 2 p.m. has been created. This calendar event has been created, and for this is the event ID. So this event ID is stored in the variable. So once you are having the data inside a variable, you can utilize anywhere you like. Okay, so that event ID, the output of the create event, can get as a output of this create event activity can give you, there are two different outputs. Okay, there are two different outputs. One is your event ID and the event URL, link of the event. Okay, so both the things as an output of create event activity, you can get it. So event ID, anytime you have to use the event ID, this is one of the way to fetch. Okay, fetch the event ID. The another way I will try to let you know in the next content. So thank you guys for watching it. We are going to meet once again in our next video. So please do subscribe, please do support me by subscribing to the channel, and do share anybody who would like to learn UiPath or would like to learn Python, right? There are multiple different softwares where I'm planning to teach. So please do invite other people whom you know to our channel. Thank you guys. We are going to meet once again in our next content. Bye bye.